Have you ever wondered why, despite record-breaking profits, many companies still cut jobs, reduce benefits, and make workers suffer when times get tough? While CEOs and shareholders thrive, the workforce often gets left behind. In today's video, we're going to uncover the hidden side of capitalism, where profits soar, but workers pay the price. At the heart of modern capitalism is a deep imbalance between profit and labor. When companies are doing well, that wealth rarely trickles down to the people who create it, the workers. Instead, the benefits often go to shareholders and executives. But when companies struggle, it's a different story. Take Amazon, for instance. In 2020, during the global pandemic, Amazon saw a surge in profits, reporting a revenue increase of 38%. Yet, while executives received multi-million-dollar bonuses, warehouse workers protested poor working conditions, low pay, and inadequate protections. The gains of the wealthy came at the cost of the workforce. When profits shrink, the burden doesn't fall on the executives, it falls on the workers. Hours are cut, benefits slashed, and in many cases, employees are laid off. The very people who helped build the company are the first to be sacrificed. But why is it that when profits rise, workers don't receive their fair share? Yet when profits fall, they're the ones who suffer the most. The airline industry, in 2020, the airline industry faced one of its worst crises. Many companies, including American Airlines and United, received billions in government bailout money to stay afloat. Yet, thousands of workers were furloughed or let go. Meanwhile, top executives still received their hefty bonuses and severance packages. This pattern reveals a harsh truth about modern capitalism. Profits are privatized, but losses are socialized. The gains are shared among the few at the top, while the hardships are distributed across the workforce. The concept of hidden profits refers to how corporations maximize earnings by exploiting their labor force. From underpaying workers to cutting benefits, companies reduce their costs at the expense of human well-being. According to Oxfam, the world's richest 1% captured nearly two-thirds of all new wealth created since 2020, while the bottom 50% saw little to no growth. It's not that companies can't afford to share their wealth, it's that they choose not to. Modern slavery isn't just about physical chains, it's about economic chains, too. Many workers, especially in the gig economy, are trapped in a system that promises flexibility but delivers exploitation. Companies like Uber, DoorDash, and Lyft make billions, but their drivers often live paycheck to paycheck, with no health benefits or job security. According to Fair Work, nearly 40% of gig workers across the globe report feeling exploited. These workers are forced to absorb the company's losses through lower wages and increased competition, while the profits are pocketed by executives and investors. In this system, the workforce is treated as disposable. Workers are seen as a cost, one that can be reduced when profits dip. Meanwhile, those at the top safeguard their wealth, ensuring that when the company rebounds, they reap the rewards once again. The 2008 financial crisis. Let's look back at the 2008 financial crisis. Big banks received massive government bailouts, and while millions of people lost their homes and jobs, top bankers continued to earn bonuses. The same pattern repeats in every major crisis. Challenging the system, the fight for fairness, but workers are pushing back. Around the world, unions and labor movements are fighting for a fair share of the profits they help generate. The rise of movements like Fight for $15 and Amazon Labor Union is a response to decades of wage stagnation and exploitation. According to the Economic Policy Institute, while corporate profits have surged in the past 40 years, worker compensation has remained largely stagnant. The time has come to rethink how wealth is distributed and how workers are valued. So, what can we do about this system? It starts with awareness. As consumers, we can demand better treatment for workers. Support companies that invest in their workforce, and be conscious of where your dollars go. And as workers, it's essential to support unions and fight for policies that ensure fair wages and protections. Capitalism may not be perfect, but together we can push for a system where profits don't come at the expense of the people who create them. If you found this video eye-opening, don't forget to subscribe to Untold Stories for more insights into the hidden truths shaping our world.